this is a rebuilding ONIC with different styles. And I get that, especially after the loss to AP Bren in the grand finals of M5. They needed more ways to try to beat AP Bren, to try to beat some of these international teams. But then they completely lost their identity because of that. They were evolving so fast to a point where everybody could carry.
Walking forward, doing damage by all means, but without anyone to really secure the kill, it's a very kiteable high loss against this composition. And looking at the items, man, 3,400 gold ahead is Vincent on the Nolan. We did say that he can be a bit vulnerable on these assassins, but whoa!
What a read from Baloyski! The enhanced sword read out by Vincent too. Masterful stuff. 3-1-2, BBB, Big Brain Beloy, Keyboy getting dismantled by Chadera as he goes for the siege onto the base turret. Veldora just zones them in the back. What was that? Fantastic read from Beloy, and they might just end the game off of that. KAIRI 18 seconds down, no Keyboy as well. That's a Terrify onto Rez, who still doesn't have the vengeance. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Vincent walking up, getting the fracture, zoning Sansa away. 12 minutes is all it takes for the Kingslayers. Big Brain Baloy.
Complete control from
more resources to siege for Geek Fam. The Kingslayers sieging FNATIC ONIC down. Keyboy in the front of it all. CW taking a whole lot of damage. Forced under the fountain. KAIRI with the defense, but speared down by Chadera. CW and Rez cannot defend. The Kingslayers failed against the Kings of Kings, but not against the Sky Kings.
This is it. This is their redemption. Even 2-1 loss against RQ, could this be the beginning of the end of the Sky Kings and their reign?
I don't know. We always say that every season, you know? Oh, they look beatable. Oh, FNATIC ONIC, it's over. And then in the playoffs, they're like, haha, gotcha, nerd.
And knowing that there's a lack of burst potential for RRQ in the early game, uses the ultimate exclusively as an escape to IDOC though.
I'm offended, taking Sansa's Purify out. That's away the dragon into the Eternal Guard. Used up, Edoc's still able to escape. Diamond with one kick there as he is able to still be the front line. Going with the onward, only onto the Eternal Guard. Popping the Primal Rat, Rez going for the chase down. Flickers out to safety. The Jikundo onto Rinz will knock him up. Skylar with his Amon Force now deals some damage. A good knockup from the Tempest of Blaze will enable Skylar to go for the big play onto KAIRI with the chase as well. Sujin shuts him down. Skylar now onto Sans, dodging away, getting the synchro mission and enabling the comeback. Keyboy versus 2. I'm offended to cancel it out. The Avatar used this time, but into the front of 3 RRQ members. Sutsujin picks up the kill, and RRQ are back on track.
That was a 1-4-4 trade, and essentially Skylar has not yet hit his power spike.
Avatar coming down, Rez with a flicker, unable to find it. The way the dragon connects on the Sutsujin, but he's isolated himself. Immortality down, Rez taken very low, taken down by Rinz. Keyboy with the revitalized, Sutsujin taunts in CW, picks up the kill, Dyran gets the Lord and gets high. Now the flicker forward, that's a Terrify over, Rinz with a chase, CW very low, and then Skylar who gets the kill. Keyboy is trying to save the game, but Diamond stomps it to the ground. Only Sans left to defend for the Sky Kings.
Look at the timers. 50 seconds, 60 seconds.
Tries to try and do something. Skylar though.
The Purify out. Skylar the King leads his pack, leads his army to a win. The Kingdom rejoices. 25 minutes. RRQ Hoshi had won the battle. Game 1 to RRQ Hoshi, but the war continues in the Royal Derby.
And the crowd goes wild.
So keeping up in form, but definitely pressured.
Tyron with Earth Shadow Flicker, not a final slash. Sans able to get out with the Crimson Beacon. The CW gets rid of him. Rez in the midst of it all now. Gunned down by Sutsujin. He's looking for another. This Sunland the Mercenary. Sans, can he escape? No, he cannot.
He doesn't get the triple kill, but they are going to be able to push forward again. 3 members from the side of the Sky Kings are eliminated, and that's the inhibitor turret. It looks like they're looking for an end angle.
KAIRI going up against Edoc, walking up, clearing up the wave. Sutsujin now maneuvering forward as well. They won game 1. This could be another sweep. The base is wide open. RRQ up against the Sky Kings. KAIRI walking up, use some damage. Sutsujin getting kicked down as well. The base is there. The final slash. Keyboy getting a moment. Skylar with the flicker forward. What?
They didn't get it! One hit!
It's almost as if it did not happen. FNATIC ONIC can't do anything. And now with Sans, one Skila now normalized by the Kings of Kings. CW is next. Pops into with a nature, does some damage, but in the end, RRQ are inevitable.
Look at KAIRI though, trying to do something, trying to push the mid lane, but Diamond stops him. It's over!
13 minutes. The Sky Kings reign in MPL Indo are threatened. The King of Kings continue their win streak, continue their run.
Forcing somebody to go for the clear, and maybe that's why we see Kibo and CW positioned in the way that they are.
First pathway, they find CW. They know they sniffed CW in a run. Finds the flicker. Final slash on towards 3. They find the collapse. KAIRI, CW down. Sans might be next. There's that run. Shiki will try to deal damage, and there you go. Aaron Shiki finds the shutdown. Oh, Rez cancelled the recall by Fabian. Will Keyboy and Rez be able to find the defense?
Oh, wait a second. This 1v1, it's getting a little shaky. It's buying them a little bit more time, but
this is good.
They're not going to go for the Lord. Looks like they're going for the end instead.
Yeah, Keyboy alone. What can Kaja do? But thankfully, the minions spawn in time. Shiki trying to clear as well as deal damage. And ladies and gentlemen, the Cavalries neigh to victory. FNATIC ONIC loses out. The first game. Massive with on this Harris. Now good turf fight. Circling Eagle on towards the backside. Widian around actually in trouble, but the Lord will be claimed by Fabian. Now it's an all-out war! Fabian finds the unstoppable Rez. Very low, taken down. And FNATIC ONIC, they will again run for the hills. Fabian still very healthy. Good thing. The flask of DOS.
Still pushing. Right, what's the decision made by TLID? Weedy and Seal.
Damage already. Fabian? Now with the hard guard, Fabian trying to sustain. He is buying time. Now that's a good way of dragging on towards her Rezla, and he will fall. Mid-turret focus now. It's going to be TLID. Again, just taking the turret down. The base exposed. Trying to cancel it. Will this be a clean sweep? Ladies and gentlemen, the Sky Kings, they have fallen against the Cavalry. It is confirmed FNATIC ONIC will be 5th by the end of the week. The big question was, will FNATIC ONIC get a win against RRQ, against Team Liquid? Wow, TLID. They're truly special. Tragedy.
3 times. A 3
3
LS
loss streak.
for FNATIC ONIC.
We haven't tasted that.
But I do want to ask Mirko a question. Are you hinting that this 2-0 loss from FNATIC ONIC is CW's?
CW's fault?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's CW's fault. I don't think it's just his fault. It was a lot of different factors, right? I mean, he was set up for... he wasn't set up properly as well, you know? It was a Ling Roger. No flex instantly there with the Roger pickup, and therefore giving Aaron Shiki already a very masterful laner. He was able to get toe-to-toe against Skylar, remember? So yeah, getting him a Harith, a winning matchup against the Roger is just really, really good. Yeah, CW made a lot of bad calls, unfortunately. The composure was definitely lacking as well for him in Game 1 on the Lunox. He had Brilliance, he had Flicker, wasn't able to utilize it, but it's very clear that even Rez was struggling in this game. He wasn't able to get those penalty zones at the right time. And this is just so unfortunate because it's the exact same week when they decided to let go of Lutpi, demote him from MPL to MDL, that Rez underperforms. The week that Lutpi was still here, Rez was playing really, really well.
Maybe there's no pressure for him anymore. Maybe that's how he feels. I mean, without Lutpi,